That's Madam who's just arrived. Yeah. Here we go. No, that's not the one who was injured either. They've obviously all been lying in the water during the course of the day. But the one who was injured, I mean, she had chunks taken out of her backside. None of this lot have had any trouble like that. Here come the little ones. So that's Madam there, that's the matriarch there. The big one in picture. I think this is a male, is it not? I think this might be a male. Yeah, it is one of the males. It is one of the males. Didn't get himself into the fray today. Left that to the ladies. Wise fellow. Wise fellow. There's a huge activity going on here. Madam the matriarch pulling her youngsters out. Maybe the other female is. And as Louise says, Madam has been enjoying a spa day, lying in the mud, probably, maybe a little bit injured after today's fight. But definitely that scar-backed female who was bitten to pieces by those wild dogs today is not here. I must just say, while we watch what unfolds here, that Scott, first of all, even knew that there were black-crowned night herons, white-crowned night herons there, black-crowned night herons, sorry, at Buffelshoek Dam, and then found them, is absolutely astonishing. There's the male greeting them. Now, our beard, you're wondering about the injured hyena and if it would rest inside the den and be looked after. It won't be looked after, but it won't rest inside the den. It will do neither, but it would often come and rest around where the others are. So I would imagine that wherever this lot have been swimming in the mud, the injured one is probably in the same place and may well come back to this area now to have a bit of a rest. Oh, you know what, we're going to be able to sex these things now. Let's check quickly. All right, the one behind, I think, is a male. The one underneath the mother now, I think that's a male. My binoculars weren't so utterly pathetic. Not worried about stepping over that Ziziphus. Yeah, that's a male. It's definitely a male, so we've got at least one male there. While I try and sex the other one, the lions are up. Let's go back to Scott.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I've got no comms with final control. Why? I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's not a train smash. These lioness all picked up their heads in unison and started looking out to the east. There was other lion audio coming from there. It was even audible to us. I'm guessing maybe a mile away. Hard to be certain. It's something that I find very difficult to pinpoint as lion audio and where exactly it's coming from. but there are lions calling somewhere nearby. So that's some good news, I guess. I was hoping that they were going to themselves start calling back to those lions. Possibly they're the Birmingham boys that were calling, who knows. But it would have been wonderful if they did start singing out for us. Could happen a little bit later. Let's wait and see. I'm going to try and I'll fix my comms issues, which is going to be tricky. So Lou, if you do want to go back to James, that would actually be kind of useful while I try and get the comms sorted. So everyone, don't be surprised if you find yourselves in a different change of scenery now.
Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, those are both two little males, and I'd love to know from all of you who have been watching these hyenas for a long time whether you agree with me or not. They have the pinched edge to their penis, and I think that is definitely an indicator that the two of them belonging to the matriarch are male and would be indicative of why they've survived, both of them. And then there's another young male that's just arrived. Amazing stuff, astonishing, flipping social structure that they have. It really is just amazing. Let's see who else arrives during the course of this evening. We obviously won't be here after dark. Quite a stink coming over the air now. The matriarch was scent marking with an anal gland, which has a very powerful smell. And now settling down to have a bit of a suckle. I'd be interested to know which water they've come from. It's not the Gallagher Pan, which is quite close by to here. They've come from the opposite direction. I'd also be very interested to know where Corky is, because her youngsters are obviously still inside the hole in this den, unless she's moved them. It's just possible. Now, Iggy, as I said, that I thought maybe, well, I don't know, I'm just guessing, because Corky's not here and her youngsters haven't popped out, and they have often been out here on their own even. And Iggy, you say, if one moved den sites, would they visit each other? Would they hunt together? They'd certainly forage together, absolutely. That would happen. Whether they'd visit each other and go and have tea and scones, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think they'd make the effort to go across and say hi. But they do live in the same territory. They would absolutely recognize each other. Dave, I'm going to try and sneak a little bit forward. Get a slightly better view. All right, back to the lions with Scott. They're getting up.
Well, the other lions that we heard roaring earlier have just roared again. And one of these ladies let off one grunt, ooh, but didn't continue singing. She could well at any stage, but it certainly has got these ladies up. I wonder who it is. Maybe, just maybe, we're going to get to see them meet up with the Birmingham boys. That would be an incredible way to show a lot of you the Birmingham boys for the first time. The newer viewers who have been here since kind of Christmas wouldn't have seen them, as I think the last sighting we had was on Christmas Eve, the morning of Christmas Eve last year. So it's been quite a while since we've seen the big dominant males of this area. And it looks like these ladies may be preparing themselves for that meeting right now. And this is the cute, caring, cuddly side of lions that fascinates me, because they can be so gentle and tender when they desire. But like I said, even with one another, come dinner time, they will put away this caring and cute friendliness that we're seeing right now and lash out at one another to try and get the best possible portions of food. back to see where the other lioness is going. She may have headed down to the water's edge. I can't see her though. I'm thinking of possibly joining Johan and trying to work out what she has done. Half of me is also wanting to go and try and look for those other lions that are calling. It could be close enough to us that we could actually find them. But Andrew, another guide, has headed off in that area, so we could get lucky. This is Amber Eyes. This is the one lioness that I can tell apart with relative ease from the others. She's got those burning amber eyes. Others are a little bit more tricky for me. It looks like they are all going down for a drink. So let's go and join them. Oh, Jean, maybe just whip the camera across there. Look at that, everyone. Absolutely magical colors in those clouds as the sun begins to set. Wonderful. Oh, we've interfered in a lioness's toilet stop here on our right. Oh, and it stinks. We are downwind of her, and ugh, that is horrible. Not the best consistency poop I've ever seen a lion deposit. That is not regular. Maybe they were chewing on a rancid item of prey. And she has now blocked our route. Ugh. Not very pretty. Let's scoot along past and get into a spot. We'll just let her escort us down to the waterhole. It looks like the other ladies are going to be following behind us. What I'm going to maybe try to do is actually get onto the opposite side of them in the hope that we can have the sunset behind them for some stunning shots. So hold on as I try and rally us into a decent spot. Ooh, I think we might be in the money here. Look at that. There's some other guests enjoying this beautiful scene. The lions taking a sip at the waterhole with that bright, bright pink sky. Now that we have captured that moment, I'm probably going to just slip alongside these lions to give Jean-Andre some better angles to work with. Beautiful. Well, we're in luck. I wasn't expecting us to see these ladies in action this evening, considering how heavily they were panting earlier, but it appears like the other lion roaring nearby have caused them to rally themselves and get active a little bit sooner than we expected. The blacksmith lapwing is calling in the background. Chip, 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 chip. I'm just going to keep quiet for a few moments as we enjoy watching these ladies.